Welcome back into Carolina Panthers Franchise. It is the final episode of the regular season for season number 1. We have a big one here as we have the Buccaneers, the Seahawks, then the Buccaneers again. We're sitting at 9-5, a very surprising 9-5, mind you, and we have the Buccaneers right on our tail for this division title. You can see there is a universe where we lose 2 games even, we're out of the playoffs. The Niners at 8 seed are 8-5. There is an 8-team race right now. Anyone below it is pretty much done, right? The 9 seed, 6-7 Green Bay Packers. There's no way they're going to sneak their way into the playoffs here. But the Niners could. We do thankfully have a tiebreaker over them. So all we have to do is at least tie their record, and we're in the postseason. Got to probably win at least 2 of these games to be fully secure, which we could lose all 3. The Buccaneers are obviously a very good team, and the Seahawks are not a team that I would mess around with either. Of course, this is going to be a little bit of a longer one in general, as we're going to be showing you these stats and awards at the end as well. So with that being said, probably going to ignore the weekly recap. Now, I don't know what kind of like goals we set. Last one, I think, was like 1,000 to hit this today. I mean, we're just going to have it on today anyways, I think. But if you want to see if we hit the playoffs, because we might not, if we hit the playoffs tomorrow, wild card round, 10-minute quarters, leave a like, 1,000 likes, we'll do that. Of course, if we don't make the playoffs, kind of voids it because I'm going to need a little bit of time to do the offseason. So it all depends on if we make the playoffs or not, if that like goal even means anything. Either way, appreciate all the support, appreciate all the likes and all that. Subscribe if you're new, maybe hit the notification bell. It seems like a lot of you guys have because you guys have been killing it early on in these series. Again, going to skip the weekly recap just because those take a long time, and this video will be longer than most, I would imagine. Try to cut out as much of the useless crap as I can, but looking at the receiving leaders, look at that. Got a couple of guys at 1,200 yards. Puka Nacua, 15 touchdowns as well. Weekly award, Chuba Hubbard. Yeah, all for nothing. We talked about it. What are the odds? What are the stats, the record, history for when a guy like Chuba Hubbard runs for 200-plus yards and 3 touchdowns and you lose? Putting up those numbers and losing is diabolical work. We couldn't have done it without you. Of course, do want to take a look at the injury history. Didn't even actually look at the Buccaneers. Should have seen if they won or not, as the Buccaneers have no Rachaad White, no Keon White. The Whites are out. With the name, I guess. I don't know. 9-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so they did actually win. We're going to start this thing off at home at least, which is nice. But yeah, we'll have some upgrades for some players and head right on into maybe the biggest game of the season. And wow, no upgrades, actually. It's just the backup linebacker. Okay. And here we are on a little bit of a dreary overcast day at Bank of America Stadium, playing at home. Those flags are completely still, by the way. There is not a movement in sight. And of course, there goes Greg Olsen with my sun-beating stick. I don't have kids, so I can make that joke. Kind of. Can I? I don't know. We did it anyways. Carolina Panthers versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, both teams sitting at 9-5. I actually would love to see the rival division record, though, as obviously we know we've lost a game. Really love to see. Stop! You're giving them CTE, man. These players get enough of it on the field, please. Of course, the 9-5 versus 9-5. Massive game. Set the tone for the series, really, as we're going to be playing them in 2 weeks from now. On the road. Could be some rain in that game, perhaps. We'll have to see if that's the case. Could be back-to-back rain games. We almost had a chance there with Horn. Of course, we're going to be playing Seattle as well. I don't know if it's on the road or not there, but Bryce Young, 13 touchdowns and 12 picks, 64% completion percentage, 2,600 yards. I mean, there's a lack of scoring from the passing attack, but not really a lack of scoring from the rushing attack, so I'm not too mad with that. Completion percentage is fine. We're just, oh, Lord. Probably could have just outran him to the edge. Loss of 1 on the first play. We're just a bit more dependent on the run game, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that as we start the game off with a failed run. That's going to be a Thielen play early, who gets a good 6 yards on the short end. 3rd and 5 already against this Buccaneers team. Leggett, no, we're going to hit the tight end, I think. No, thankfully we don't get the ball off because that probably would have been picked off. Leggett wasn't really super open. A lot of those throws we've seen, they end up getting dropped because they get contacted as they catch it. All right, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers starting off their drive. Baker Mayfield, very similar numbers to Bryce Young, except the passing touchdown/pick ratio. Definitely a bit better than Bryce, sadly. But I do like that we haven't been just like, oh, well, 40 touchdowns, 5 picks, Bryce, oh, wide open outside. Oh, even more open, deep. There goes that consistency, man. Mike Evans for 25. I don't know why, but it just did not feel like 25 yards, but it was. It absolutely was. And nope, we're not press covering well. We are getting blocked well. Bucky Irvin, 14 rushes for 77 yards. Obviously a very talented running back. Would love to see his season stats. Scoring a little late off the timing there. And wow, he's going to take a shot here. And that's going to be picked off by Cam Hart. Try to cut it outside. Can't do it. Really good defense. And Baker Mayfield. Hey, I got Mike Evans. I'm going to just take a shot. That did not work. Hart is not a small dude. 6'2". Couple of snags now. Can't get his teammates over to celebrate with him, which is pretty pathetic. But, you know, those guys just aren't real ones like Cam Hart is. And what an interception. Great play from the 17-yard line. Dive play. Going to run away from that. Chuba Hubbard, great move inside. Gets blasted by some other player for 7. Chuba Hubbard last week, yeah, I mean, he's all right. He's no Trent Richardson, but he's good in his own way. As we did have a wide open McMillan, and we did drop back a little bit because I saw the pressure coming up, but yeah, we got to hit that throw. And again, I hear you. I hear you about the sliders. Again, though, I think it would be too easy. Should have taken that. Little dump off. I mean, he hits that. Sure, it's not perfect. Wow, Levante Davis got his ankle snapped. It's not perfect, but also, you know, if it was too difficult, it would not be completed because it was on the run against his, across his body. It is like the easiest throw of all time, but still. We try to get a piece of that as Levante takes us down. 6-yard gain. I love that kind of like random rollout floater type business where it's kind of like you're not playing the right way, but it works out anyways. As Hubbard gets a great screen, gets blasted by, guess who? Levante David. Bench switch. Sanders, I need you to win this route, man. There's really no one on him, though, no? There is someone on him. ETN. Wow, what a catch. Oh, Vita Vea in coverage. I'm scared. 2nd and inches. ETN again, cutting it back inside. Great vision. 1st down. A little bit too shallow. We threw it a little high. He's trying to get over the line there. Was not a traditional bullet pass. Just want to make sure we get it over him. Yeah, I've seen some of those practice drills. Don't love them. Chuba Hubbard, touchdown. There's no one there. What a lane. And once again, why Bryce Young has no passing touchdowns. And that would already conclude the first quarter. 2nd and 12 to start this drive. We are up by 7. Not a great looking start. Cam Hart with an interception, though, turning that thing around and giving us the lead in a way. Again, though, it is a very long game, and more importantly, we got the ball first. So we were technically expected to score first. And a little quick throw to Bucky Irvin outside, going low to make sure we take him down. 3rd and 6. Barnes going up against Cade Otton. Running back. Oh, wow, they threw it over the middle. Wide open, Egbuka. All right, Scott, you're manned up against Chris Godwin. I'm sure that'll go well. Don't worry about it, dude. Try your best. And inside, Cade Otton, great catch, 3rd and inches. Big play for them. And as the season has gone on, I have learned. I have remembered and I have learned, but can we stop it anyways? And we can't. Damn, dude, it's tough. A lot of players up. Still kind of weak down there for the run. As we're just going to let Mike Evans just outrun everybody. To the 5. Wow. I like playing the deep safety in these situations. Kind of roam around. And it is an RPO and misses the tackle. Damn. Egbuka touchdown. We kind of had it read. Horton got himself out of position, but he still had the tackle, and he missed it. Egbuka, a couple of big plays on this drive. They picked that block up, blitz up perfectly. And as much as I always try to give out for when we run commit and our guys just don't run commit or cover, I did the exact same thing with Merrick. Got froze up in the back instead of running after somebody. Halfway through the 2nd. I mean, this counter does work, but Vita Vea is a problem. Hey, it works. Nice. Chuba Hubbard for 11. Not sure if there's any like goal for Chuba Hubbard or not, but it would be nice to get him to 1,500 yards at least. Wonder how close he is to that as is. To the outside, Adam Thielen 1st down. Play action play that usually is just a throw to Tremble, but let's find out. See if we can try to snag some dev-ups as well for our guys. Had the receiver. Oh, that works. Seen that a lot. Oh, my Lord, the ankles are gone. I need to get more Teteroa McMillan action there. There we go. There's some of it. Stiff arm and gets blasted. 5 yards, though. Is saying blasted sus behavior, by the way? 30-yard line, please. Nice. Just enough power to get in there. 1st down. And we barely get it off. There's nobody there. First down. Go for the spin. Works to perfection down to the 9-yard line. 20 seconds left. I like this. We're wasting pretty much all of the clock. That's a force. And it works! Dime! Dot! Call what you want. Jeromepkr regains the lead. And it's a passing touchdown. I'm so proud of us. Finally. I would love to see McMillan's numbers on the year. It can't be great, but at the same time, he is, you know, that possession-y guy that it's going to be hard to get him those yards after the catch type plays. 14-7 at halftime. They do get the ball, so it's basically squared up if you believe in your offense to score every time. But yes, it is nice to actually have a physical lead regardless of what they're going to do with this ball at halftime. We will still look at the halftime report because it's kind of fun to look at, but yeah, those weekly recaps not going to happen. Wow, what a game this was. I imagine this was a barn burner. Two teams fighting for nothing. That's Cole Kmet. Wow, what a juke move from Cole Kmet. You see that? That's insanely fast. That's like a wide receiver. Crazy stiff arm as well. Pretty good game, actually, to be fair. 35-28, but just a meaningless one. Same as this one. Pretty much meaningless for both teams, I would imagine. Or very close to it for the Eagles. Commanders, obviously, their season's over. Barkley cutting that way outside, and the blocks are blocking. Juke move inside to try and finish it, and he will win that foot race. 35-14 anyways. Stop, please. Looking at the playoff picture. For the AFC side, you see that the Raiders are kind of fighting it out with the Bills. Chargers not too far behind themselves. It would be nice to see the NFC playoff picture as well, considering, you know, we're in the NFC, but obviously we know quite well about it. We need the Seahawks and Niners to lose as many games possible. But halftime scores, stats, Baker Mayfield, very accurate. Bryce Young, very accurate. One of them's thrown a pick, though. Little motion over. Little swing pass, potentially. Got a couple guys open. Wow, what a freaking catch. I'm going to say what a throw, but it honestly should have been picked. Roseboom just lost the ball, I guess. 2nd and 7. Little quick throw to Bucky. Oh, my. Bucky fighting for nearly the first down. You're not going to trick me. You're not tricking me. I've got just the right call. Let's see if we get in there. I absolutely have OCD, by the way. You see how many times I freaking did that, and they get it anyways. See how many times I rank him it? Oh, crap. I'm in the wrong play here. Let's call timeout. I hate wasting time out there. Hate wasting the timeout, but we were in goal line still. Be funny if they would have ran it. I knew that too. Try to bait, but just don't have to change direction with this team. Pretty damn good game so far. 19-yard line, 2nd and 5. Baker Mayfield trying to get over there. And that's a touchdown. No, it's not a touchdown. He's still fighting. Maybe it is. Bucky Irvin heating up to the 7. I would say we need some pressure, but they've not really given. Even if we get a blitz, they haven't really given us a chance to get in there. The hell is this? I'm confused. Oh, there's a wide open tight end. Man, the tight ends are cooking us alive. Tied up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 14-all. And our lie detector test determined that was actually a lie. It is not tied up. They missed the extra point. See how that affects him. Play action, keeping McMillan deep just in case. Safety does leave it. Uh-oh. Okay, that works out a lot better than I thought. We gained 9 on that. Oh, my. Yeah, I saw that rush and I panicked, but hey, it worked out, didn't it? 2nd and 1. I'm surprised. Ankle breaker? Nope. Back breaker. But hey, dream breaker as well as we get the first down. Bryce Young, free play. We've just not had any free plays. It's a tough one. It's there, though. Dropped. McMillan, please. If we knew you were going to drop these, we wouldn't have drafted you. Let's be real with you. That's like literally his whole point of existing. As Chuba Hubbard gets some really good blocks. Chuba Hubbard outrunning everybody. Slipping down to the 39-yard line. Don't know what this front is, but they've just played weak all game long. Little bubble play, and we'll have to hand this off. Hey, and it actually, 3 yards on that play, that's a win. Sanders is injured. Guess what would have been happening if we had Darnell Washington? Nothing, because we would have been fine. But now we're screwed. I hope you're happy, Darnell. Look what you've done. Please. Oh, my. I can't believe it. Look at Bryce. You got to be kidding me. I just took this hit for nothing. Bryce literally constantly stays in there. Like, look at him. He's taking a nap. I can't believe that. Oh, my God. And then that. McMillan, you're a hero. Overthrown on it's an open look. Maybe it's a bit of a jump the gun moment, but it's an open look, and he misses the throw. That was a bad throw. It's pretty good. Boom! 53. 4-point lead. 2 minutes left in the third. What a kick from Fitzgerald. He almost kicked that guy in the head. That is why they have those rules, though. I don't know if you've seen that, but like if that guy would have ran any further, he would have destroyed our... Oh, wrong player. He would have destroyed... And we miss. Nice. He would have destroyed our kicker's knees. Oh, my Lord, please. On the running back, and wow, what a catch by Godwin. That's a big play, too. Fourth quarter, 4-point game. Biggest play of the game so far. Definitely, arguably, that Cam Hart interception. As they were already kind of moving, and honestly, their momentum could have been undeniable if they would have got a touchdown right after that. Come with the blitz off the edge, moving everyone slightly over. And we stuck on Jackson. Oh, we almost got a piece of it. Boom! Nice. Hit him with the Rose Boom. Team by default, by the way. Definitely going to look a little different next season, as we're going to lose some of these guys. Some of these veteran linebackers. Don't know if we're going to be bringing them back. Can't catch them. Wow! And we miss him. That's a touchdown. Okay, we gotta... There's some habits we gotta get rid of. Dropping back too far. Trying to go for the bait, because we're just out of position most of the time. And then the biggest one, we've gotta stop only hit sticking. Now take it, that was an AI only hit stick, but this, they don't even show it, but we just literally roll over them. We gotta be smarter than that. We gotta play smarter, we gotta be smarter. Let's get Isaiah Spiller in next. Time for him to get a carry. Pretty good blocking. We probably had Sanders. Actually, it's not even Sanders. Is it? Sanders is still hurt. Tremble. Isaiah Spiller, 48-yard line. Bouncing all the way left. Great blocking. Spiller stiff arms his ass to the ground. Tries to do it again to the 26. What a run. That is a thick man, let me tell you. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. I'll say what I'm thinking. McMillan on the little... Was it like a zig out? Good defense. I don't know what that sound is, but it came out of me, let me tell you. Chuba Hubbard screen. Barely going to get that thing off. Great blocking. Chuba Hubbard, stiff arm. Not going to get it. Levante's too good. To the 12. Chuba Hubbard, 4 for 4, 48 yards. Deadly. It's a tough one. Big catch. They're locking us down a little bit here. Got to say, I worry about a touchdown. This is tough. No Sanders still. Free play. Not going to get it. We should have taken Tremble. It's a tough one. Chuba Hubbard. 4th and 1. I think I agree. We have seen, specifically us, fail QB sneaks. Fullback dive, I like the percentage, but it's not 100%. This field goal is tied up 20-all, but with 4 minutes left, they have all the control. I sound like I'm throwing up sometimes when I say that. Oh! Or doing something else. How about that? To the outside, there goes Bucky Irvin, and I told you to stop hit sticking. I know, it's very confusing. It is very, very confusing, because we're always telling everyone to hit stick, and now here we are saying don't hit stick. And please. Oh, man, Bucky is just breaking every tackle. I mean, we do the same, but still. Again, pretty weak on the inside. We're going to kind of shade inside with Scott. Actually, let's go out. Maybe not. To the outside. I don't know if that's a first down. And we can't challenge it because it's 2-minute warning. They'd have the booth review it. I'd love to see this one. I think this is short. I mean, where are they counting this? Because that is about a whole yard short, unless he's moved the pylon already. They're like almost in field goal range now with that. Godwin fights to the 39, 2nd and 2. And this is not good because we need the stop. They're almost in field goal range as it stands. They're still going to be trying to push in a little bit. Oh, no. Oh, that works out, actually. Pretty good coverage. And on drops it. 3rd and 2. Oh, I don't like this. Scott might need to make a play here. And Derek Brown gets in. Fumble. I don't think it's going to be legit, but if it is, that is a crazy turn of events. Cam Jackson with a recovery potentially, and it will be down by contact, but still a long field goal attempt or a punt. If we make a mistake, we at least don't give them much time to operate themselves. I mean, if we end up winning this game before overtime, that move right there, him breaking that tackle would have been a massive part of it. They're just going to take off. I mean, we had... I can't believe Bryce took that hit. Oh my, what a freaking what a hold. But yeah, I was going to say we had it in behind. I didn't trust it, dude. And again, just don't trust it. Oh, Lord. Got to hold that ball. Jeez, Bryce is a champion. Out there on the outside with McMillan, but we got to try. Maybe not. Let's run again. Call a timeout. We're at the 48. I mean, if we can get out of bounds with 5 seconds left, or not with 5 seconds left, but in 5 seconds, you never know. Need something to the outside. This is a pretty good play, actually. Adam Thielen could do it. Will he have enough time, though, is the question. Free play? No free play. And, yeah, we're not going to get it. Overtime. The episode that's already going to be the longest of the, maybe even entire series, due to the weekly awards and whatnot. And, or the yearly awards, I should say. And then we go to overtime in the first game of 3. Oh, man. That's funny. It's tails. The Buccaneers have won the toss. And sadly, they will receive. Yeah, you get a chance on both sides, like an overtime, a playoff game. But this is where the quarter length becomes a problem. 5.5 minutes. Not a lot to work with. Going low on someone like Irvin, I think, makes sense to, go for the hit stick because he's been breaking almost every single type of tackle that isn't that anyways. Wide open over the middle. And he's going to take the sack. Who gets him? It looked like a D lineman, but it showed it was a DB. 3rd and 17. Defense is looking good so far. And I knew he was going to go there. He gets the first down. I don't know why I thought the other orange line was the first down marker. The Buccaneers convert on 3rd and 17. That is not a good look. It's really bad. And to the outside, try to strip it. Really bad decision. Try to strip it again. Just don't like the way the defense is playing. I feel like we need a takeaway. Can you imagine this ends in a tie? That would be still good enough for the playoff, berth for the other teams. Blown up with Scott. We don't get it, but what a tackle by Umami Ellen. Bringing the blitz. Touchdown doesn't end it. So even if they get a big play touchdown here, we can still try and tie it or go for 2 later. I don't know. I don't want to think too ahead because usually it doesn't play a factor. Horn, get over there. But I think... Ooh, that could have been picked. I think I would go for the tie. 4th and 2. They will go for the field goal, all right? I mean, if they're willing to go for a field goal on 4th and 2, that tells me they're willing to go for the tie, technically. As we will have time. 2.5. Down 3. All right, our favorite little play, action play. Did it show what Sanders' injury was? Because it seems to be pretty serious. We're taking it all. He holds on! Wow! McMillan caught the impossible catch. The one where he gets speared in the back. He holds on to it. Unbelievable. Wow. Of all the drops he's had, that's the one he catches. The infamous spear from behind catch, and he holds on. Unbelievable. What a damn play. Stretch to the left. I don't believe there is 2-minute warning. Goes right past it. And got some speed to the outside. Touchdown wins it. Good juke move to the 18-yard line. I mean, as long as you play it safe, we at the very least will tie this game. Got ourselves a fullback screen. No, it's not. Well, actually it is, but ETN's listed at fullback for this play. Get it off. ETN, one to beat. If he beats him, he wins it, I think. ETN spins, scores. What a run. All right, 1 of 2 on the series. We take the lead in the division securely for now. That's kind of contradictive. Not really, actually, because even if we lose and they win, we're still in front of them because we have the tiebreaker. Actually, does the tiebreaker matter or is it the division first? Either way, what a finish to the game. The Buccaneers had to know there was a good chance we were going to score if they gave us the ball back, which they had to because, of course, unless they waste all the clock, which they could have, they would have had to. Of course, these two teams will see each other again in 2 weeks, but this time in Tampa Bay, Florida. What a play to finish the game out. Jukes left. Jukes right, spins in. What a talent Trevor Etienne has been. Would love to see his season stats, by the way, but let's take a look at the numbers. Bryce Young ends up with 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, 76% completion percentage, 221 yards. The big difference in this game is that Baker Mayfield interception probably never even go to overtime if not for it. Receivers, McMillan, 61 yards and a touchdown, ironically enough. 45 of those yards is off of 1 catch, so again, we got to try to find the ways to get him the ball. Cam Hart with a pick, because he is talented. And speaking of the talented man himself, Jeromepkr with an upgrade. Let's get him that playmaker. It's the best upgrade there is by far. Makes him an 83 overall already. That's 6 overalls higher than what he started with. Let's take a look at the ratings now, where he is very good. 87 release, 86 short. Wish that speed can go up, but it sadly cannot. Does he have any other abilities? We should have actually looked, but then Leggett, who has honestly just disappeared on us, even dropped a wide open perfect ball. Our pass game is just not good. Let's just call it how it is. The pass game is just not good at all. But hey, it's gotten us this far, hasn't it? With the help of the run game, obviously, but it's gotten us this far. Now on to week 17, where we have the Seattle Seahawks. See what they're looking like. They are a 9-6 team. Again, fighting for a playoff spot. Right now, with the Niners win, who are now 10-5, the Seahawks are out of the playoffs. So they need this win more than anyone. Look at how this is shaping up. This is not good for us. Oof, man, this is really a tough stretch. That was such a huge win. I mean, if we lose that game, we might be the 8th seed, arguably. I'm not really sure. You know, the tiebreakers are all kind of crazy, but the Seattle Seahawks, take a look. If they have any injuries, we are thankfully healthy for the moment. I thought Sanders was going to be out because he missed most of the game, but no, he's fine. Ernest Jones, big injury for them, but everyone else, for the most part, they're kind of rotational backup type guys. And crazy enough, not a single upgrade to be seen. Here we are, though, at home again, surprisingly. We will be on the road for the final game of the season against the Seattle Seahawks, who are very much so in this playoff race and could be the ones to knock us out. Also, before we head into this game against the Seahawks, these are the sliders. Seen a couple people asking. This is what we're looking at for sliders at the moment. I feel like run blocking at 100. I don't know if it's just the AI not making the right calls, wrong run plays, but even 100 doesn't feel high enough. I like where we're at, though. Maybe also punt power up a little bit. I feel like the punts are like about 5-10 yards too short sometimes, so there's that. Let's head into a very important game against the Seattle Seahawks. And here we are back at home for the final home game of, realistically, maybe this season. We'll see what happens. If we win the division, we might have at least one more guaranteed one. But at least for the regular season, that's for sure. Greg Olsen almost done banging that drum for the last time this season. Of course, we're going to try to make this a great one. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed playoff spot if we win this, but a very, very good chance. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I think there is a guaranteed playoff spot if we win this. Because they could not tie us. We'd have the tiebreaker, and they are one of the 8 teams holding a playoff spot. So if they lose this game, I believe that actually is their season over. I don't know why we didn't kind of look into this a little bit more, but with that 10-5 versus their 9-6, I'm pretty damn sure. Not even pretty damn, it's 100% sure. I don't think there's any other team, right? We would be one of the 7 at minimum. So yeah, a lot riding on this one. Like I said, think this is a guaranteed playoff spot if we win. Going to start this one on the ground. They do have a DB out there, and that's what I was worried about, but we actually managed it pretty well. Chuba Hubbard falls forward for almost a first down on the first carry of the game last week. Not quite as good as that 200-yard performance, but still a great one. 14 for 82 with a touchdown. Also got a lot out of Trevor Etienne. Man, what a finish he had to that game. As we're going to just run straight in. And now we do get it. We barely get it. Ika Makwanu, been injured a couple of times this season. Going right back to that medical locker, it seems. Locker? Is that a thing? They put him in a locker? Got a couple of players on the line here, so it's a good time to throw it, it seems. Although they have outside leverage with Thielen. Oh, my. Throw it away. And he tucks it. Oh, he should have threw that away. Bruised ribs will return soon. I don't know what it is, but when you get in trouble and you try to run out of it with the QB, and no matter how fast the QB is, you just don't get away. And that's why I decided, oh yeah, we're not going to get away. Try to throw it away, and it was apparently too late. Leggett. Oh my God, I thought he got picked. And Leggett will almost get it. 3rd and inches. What a play. I thought he had it right then and there. Foot already for Chuba Hubbard. He's barely touched the ball. Dive play. And we get just enough of a block for the first down. Brooks still not cleared for play, unfortunately. We checked, and nope. He's still just not quite clear. Playing pretty far off McMillan, but is a very good corner. I imagine he reads this. Let's see. And he does. And Etienne will gain about 2. I don't know what it is about Etienne, but he's always getting like 2 yards first carry, and then he heats up after. Speaking of Etienne, wide open. They're not going to give it to him because of the second effort. They're telling us to go for this. I would think a fullback dive, if anything. Oh. You know what? I know it's not the easiest field goal in the world, but we're going to try a 52-yard field goal. Even they do. We call the time, but they're like, yeah, you're not wrong, dude. We saw that formation too. Don't worry, we got your back. I think this should be good, right? We just got to actually hit it. Pretty good. I can't even see. They blocked the kick, and Amen Warrior's going to score. We did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong. We didn't overhit it like that one block punt. Our line simply got overrun, and we got blocked for a touchdown. You have got to be kidding me. That is 2 blocks now on the year. This time for a field goal block. Unbelievable. It's all because Ika Makwane's hurt. I gotta sit here watching him celebrate on us for like 4.5 hours. I mean, we did nothing wrong here. There's just nobody blocking off the edge. It was Tommy Tremble's fault. Tommy Tremble, man. I mean, the right side, Robert Hunt, he blocking the damn whole squad here. But Tommy Tremble sells. He almost took the ball from our hands, by the way. Wow. I've never seen a block this good. Like, he actually could have just ran in and took the ball off us. Gonna get the screen master a chance at the ball here before he comes back out. And there is nobody here. And he gets blasted for a loss of 6. Where is the line? All right, 3rd and 15 gonna roll out. We're not gonna buy any time. We gotta just take a shot. And the ball, thankfully, doesn't go out for a fumble. Seattle gets the stop. It'll be a punt. I'd say the Seahawks are pretty ecstatic that they're winning the game without even touching the field yet. Sam Darnold, looking at the numbers, those are his career numbers. I mean, not terrible. He was a Jet his whole career. Well, I suppose most of those stats do come from this season and last, so it's kind of arguable. As we're going to be stuck on Scott, and we take the wrong bite, and wow, there goes Cooper Kupp for the first down. So far, not looking too hot, but it's very early. Shake it off, don't worry. Nice push, Derek Brown gets the sack, crunches Sam Darnold for a loss of 9. All we do is ask that nobody panic. Now we're stuck on Robinson. Nice little quick throw, and JSN spinning out. Gains all of that and then some. We're dropping into some coverage here, which is a little concerning. Derek Brown can't get off the block. He's going to take a shot here. He actually had Kupp. Good defense by Horn. That will be a punt. Still just a one-possession game, and our line dictates that. Or their line, I should say, dictates we go back to the right. I don't know how that happened, but 5-yard gain. How a counter to the left ends up pushing us all the way right when there was only one guy on him, I'll never know. Passing yards, they have more than us, and they barely even passed it. Chuba Hubbard, great juke move, gains 16. But they are usually pretty good. And damn it, they don't bite it. 5 yards for Bryce on the ground. End of the first quarter sees a 7-0 lead for them. That was the fullback they took the shot to, by the way. Oh my lord. That landing zone is tough. That was some pain. Here goes Hubbard for some pretty good blocking yet again. 6 to 7 yards. That's English. I'm sure of it. Look it up. Free play, please. No. Oh, he got bumped. That is not within 5. That's pass interference. Amen Worry with a touchdown on special teams and a bullcrap no-call PI. You can't tell me that's not PI. We're at the 50-yard line. Where's this contact at? Oh, come on. It's at 4 yards, bro. Even then, that's still got to be PI, right? Like, he clearly did that on purpose. Are they booing us? That better be Luke, like Luke Kuechly's in the crowd or something. I'll start swinging on all these fans. I don't give a damn. Free rush. And what a hit by Trevin Wallace. One-on-one against Kenneth Walker. What a play. He misses that tackle. We're looking at 15-20. Years in prison when I start swinging on the fans again. From the 15-yard line, 2nd and 11. Ransom in position. Drop Scott a little bit. And then I didn't want to use her Ashawn, to be honest. Derek Brown underneath. No way! Damn it, Uman Mielen, he's not really supposed to be in coverage well, he is on that play, but you know what I mean. He's not really built for that coverage game. We got to get some pressure, dude. These edge rushers have done nothing. Just got to make sure everyone's manned up, all right? Got to get everyone kind of over here. It's looking like a potential wheel route situation, and it is. We just jump up. There's nobody. Oh, wow, wide open, Cooper Kupp. Kill him. Remember when I said I got to stop hit sticking? I do, but I won't. It is what it is. It is what it is. And can't get off the block at all. Kenneth slammed for 5. This drive is not looking good for us defensively. They could essentially clock us here. 2 possession. Oh, wow, what a cut move. Great job off the edge there. But they could essentially get a 2-possession lead with ball. And there's nothing we can do about it offensively. Which, to be fair, the offense is the reason why. No. Oh, we're blitzing? Okay. No, we're not. No, we're not. Switch. Cover 4. Okay, damn it. We're all over the place here. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Hart, please! No! Touchdown, Seattle. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. No one's ever confused him for an amazing receiver, but you would also be a fool to not say he's a great deep route receiver. He does it again. How many times in his career has he done something like that? Too many. And Cam Hart beat deep. Ironically enough, we were actually in cover 4. So what you're telling me is we were better off actually blitzing, because maybe we would have got to him before we could get that throw off. On the run, good throw. Thielen. That is not what I want to do, but sure. Have I ever told anyone that I really don't like the change they made to truck moves? No? Okay. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. There goes Chuba. Bouncing around to the 49. 2-minute warning. Play action boot. Now we're going to run. Coming all the way up. Got a safety playing on the line. And apparently he's the greatest to ever do it. Who the hell was that? Who the hell was that? That was a safety, wasn't it? Oh, my. Chuba Hubbard spin. That's all right. That's all right. 3rd and inches. They're not going to really defend it, but I was about to say we can test that 4th down and 1 decision not to go for it. Which, to be fair, led to a blocked field goal. There's nobody there. The tight end just ran free. ETN's a good player, so it's not like I'm just putting in Hubbard because I'm worried about the wear and tear. I also do like him. 9-yard gain to Tataroa. We don't have that much time, but we have enough time to kind of play like we are. There's no one really open, in my opinion. Could have maybe taken a chance. I don't love it. Stretch left. We have the numbers, but you're asking a lot here. Go play action right, maybe. Evans, please. Evans, thank you. Guy's pretty good at getting out of bounds, too. He does that to the 16. 2 timeouts. Opportunity here. Really need this touchdown. Get Hubbard back in, actually. Oh, my Lord. That is quick. That was quite the rush. I mean, did you not do that? Thielen? Nope. Sanders. Perfect throw. Sanders gets a great block. Sanders! Out of bounds? Can't tell. Looks to be out of bounds. Sounds out of bounds. Even smells out of bounds. Me saying that is out of bounds. Run from the 3. Wide open. Chuba. Again. Sorry, Bryce. Finally got on the board with a touchdown, though. They will likely hold a lead in the second half, but only a 7-point one. And what is this? Start of the second half, they're recommending an onside kick. Hold on, dude. I don't think so. Maybe this was like still 14-0. Okay, we talk about it. We have the momentum. Why would you hand the moment? Why is Chubbard? I did it again. Chuba Hubbard on the special teams. But yeah, why would you hand the momentum over for free? Like, I would give the fans the right to counter my swings on them in the first half with their swings of their own. As here goes Kenneth Walker. Look at the juke move. Look at the stiff arm, 9 yards. Scott kind of deep. Get in there with Barnes. Oh, what a cut, dude. He missed hard. There goes a super truck to the 50. I don't like this. They're starting to run the ball pretty damn well out here. Like, the blocks aren't even amazing. It's just he's making them count. Oh, Lord. He's too fast. Oh, so is JSN. Scott definitely going to try to strip there as we have Merrig. Hell, there's even potential on the hit stick from the strip. Oh, we got in there. Good job, though. A lot to cover in the middle. Best of luck. That's all you. Oh, play D-line. Derek Brown with a big push. And Darnold will take the sack. He would have had the tight end, I think it was. All right, Princely. You're like the only one not getting involved in this jamboree. 5 wide. Not really 5 wide, but 5 routes. And he hits the underneath. That will be a stop, but a field goal nonetheless. All right, fellas. They blocked one of our kicks. Why can't we do the same? Come on. Block this damn thing. We're going to hit the kicker, aren't we? He almost did. Stop. Look at this. Runs right at him. They could have called that. Like, you got to protect these kickers out there. I understand. I definitely get it. Under center play action look. Do I like it? Probably not. Got some time to throw. We'll run. 9 yards for Bryce. This is kind of a crazy play. You're basically like banking it all on like 2 routes, which is exactly how I operate. Oh my Lord. And he drops it, obviously. Why are we throwing it so far? And why are we still running? I try to cancel it because he's open. I don't need to go to the end zone with that play. And we cut it back nicely. Chuba Hubbard gets the first down. He was sold extremely hard on that wheel route, but hey, we made up for it. We really didn't, but he did. And there goes Chuba. There goes Chuba! Foot race. Obviously not going to beat Woolen, but a good one to the 37 on the nose, 100 yards. Pocket presence of the greatest ever, obviously. Isaiah Spiller. Nice lane. Cuts in. Trucks. Falls forward to the 18. Dude, get some blocks. I got to give it to him. Don't know what it is, but they like him. Outside McMillan. Oh, it's a hell of a nothing. Pump fake. Get ETN after this. Sanders. Guy comes in clutch. Truck him. Got a first down. He's fighting him. Mesh quick. You do have Thielen out there. They're playing the outside shade, though, so drags. Outside. Overthrown. That's a tough break. I think you actually streak McMillan, and if they give him a push, they pass him off. I'm going. And almost picked off. Maybe we should have high-pointed that. He was open, but we didn't get the throw we wanted. I thought I touch passed it, and I didn't. Have no choice but a field goal. Obviously, 4th and goal from the 9 is... I mean, 4th and goal from the 3, we probably kick a field goal. Got to keep the game alive. We cancel out their field goal, but they still hold that 7-point lead. Trying to get pressure, but I got to say, Princely is not really getting it for me. Oh, wow. I did not expect that. Dropped. Perfect defense. 3rd and 10. Scoring. Good push. Can't get out there. Robinson can't catch him, and he's running. There's no way. To the 40-yard line. I mean, that's almost a guaranteed null again. We're just going to have to risk it for a touchdown, I think, next time. Especially if they get a touchdown here. And he's bouncing out again. There goes Kenneth. We just talked about how, you know, it doesn't matter what the sliders are for run blocking. You know, the running backs suck. Well, Kenneth is not one of them. To the outside, another run, and nobody's going to get him. It's going to be perfect blocking. Wow, what a chase down by scoring to the 3, saving it. Again, it's still going to be a null unless we take the ball away. We're going to have the run commit here. False start. Okay, that's huge. We're all over there. Oh, there's no way. Get him down. Man, time that goes off the board here. That's another 25-30. Back of the end zone. We just got scored on scrambling by Sam Darnold. The worst part is our bread and butter. The run game is basically DOA. Hubbard's pretty healthy finally, so we'll bring him back in after this. And we just don't have anyone to throw to. This is a tough throw. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm surprised he tackled this. Could have been a penalty. Well, technically out of reach. You never know. Refs might get a little squirrely. It's a great throw. Tetaroa for 13 yards. Play action slide. I don't know how I feel about this. Wide open tight end. We barely get it off to him again. Yeah, we fumbled once doing that. Let's not do it again. Obviously not today, but a different time. Little play action, kind of sprint out. And there's probably going to be a freaking holding penalty or an ineligible man downfield. Yep. Either way, it was bad for us. And I get it. It's a play you're supposed to get out sooner, but they're giving us time. I'm going to look around the field, survey, see if we get a deep option, you know. I think you got to take that. It's a great throw. A little behind him, but it gets there to the 22. Sanders. Coming on strong here at the end of the game. Chuba Hubbard. Oh, no. It took him right into the defense. We didn't really have much of a time to react. Of course, we need the touchdown. We cannot kick a field goal this time. We could have threw it, but Bryce Young wide open run lane to the 6. Beautiful scramble. Gets out of bounds on top of it. All right, let's see what we got here. Back in the end zone, McMillan touchdown. There we go. All right, we've got it back within 1 score. I lied. Well, it's still 1 score, but the team went for 2. Okay. I mean, I'm down. I'm down for that kind of confidence. We're going for the jugular. Happened to the Saints, and there goes Barnes. Loss of 7. And Darnold is getting panicky. He gets the dump off. Gets maybe back to the line, yeah, without the sack. This is Uman Mielen on the edge. Run out of clock. Can't get off the block. And he gets hit as he throws it. Oh, my Lord. Our offense has a chance. Referee, you want to call something there maybe? It seems like a penalty of some sort. Oh, we're in trouble. Got to take it. Oh, he's got a chance. And he does it again. McMillan, but he's hurt. No. It looks fine, but he apparently is hurt. Another jump ball. He's got a back injury. Yeah, from carrying us so much. Wow, what a play. McMillan just keeps doing it again and again. And then, you know what? Maybe he has a fake injury and he's just trying to help the team waste more, well, save more clock. Oh, my God. Coker. Perfect find. Coker to the end zone. Doesn't get it. Dives to the one. Doesn't get it. Got a play action play. Do we actually believe we're going to get the time on this? This is probably a really stupid play call. No, it's not. Wide open Sanders. Touchdown with the extra point. We'll hold the lead. Shout out to the AI going for 2 as we now have a 1-point lead here. They're going to run the ball, which, I mean, yeah, when you get runs like that, why wouldn't you? 9 yards gain, 2-minute warning. Move everyone over. Move him slightly inside. Give me the D lineman. I do not want coverage. First down. All they need is 20-ish yards. Although they look like they're running the ball here. Oh, if that was, he would have been done for. Oh, no. Then he gets out of bounds. We had 2 different guys. Well, we didn't have 2 different guys to cover, but we tried to cover 2 different players, I should say. But hey, for time constraints, at least it won't be overtime. Try to swat, couldn't. Oh, and he holds on. MVS. Why is he so good? Why are they hurrying up here? They literally can just win the game, like, wasting the clock. Okay. Short throw to the outside. I guess it doesn't really matter. Foster Moreau gets blasted. And again, they're running like they need time. What is this? On the blitz. Win-win. They either score a touchdown right away or, oh, Lord, wide open. Doesn't see it. Cooper Kupp falling backwards to the 7, and they're calling timeouts. Come on. We got to clean this out. Like, this is unacceptable. Like, what is this? They literally have the game wrapped up with a chip shot, and instead they're throwing the ball. From the 7, down by 1. Field goal wins the game. And I feel wrong calling timeouts. I don't need to, because they're going to for me. We should lose this game. The game should technically be lost. Unless they miss the field goal. And he takes the shot into the end zone. Yeah, sure. All right, going for the potential game-winning field goal. He hits it 27-25. And unfortunately, we would run out of time. 27-25. The Seattle Seahawks not only keep their season alive, but may have knocked us out of the playoffs. We'll have to see this final game against the Buccaneers. Very, very important, as winner of that game seemingly is guaranteed a playoff spot. Seattle Seahawks with a near-perfect drive at the end there. Right in position to get that game-winning field goal with time expiring. Not giving us any time to actually score. And that will be, unfortunately, a 27-25 loss. Just too many mistakes. And, unfortunately, we will drop this game to the Seattle Seahawks. I'm sorry, but, like, those that know, right? Like they put us in a spot. They should have won that game with ease. And I'm not going to let terrible, terrible coding ruin a great finish to a game. Some of those situations arguably worse than anything from previous Maddens. They're calling timeouts inside the 20, needing 1 point. All right, I'm venting over. Let's move on to Week 18 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What's even the situation for this division? So no matter what, we can win and be in against the Buccaneers. That's good to know. Of course, we're on the road. It was a close game last time. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. What about the Niners, though? Because if they haven't been winning, we might still be able to make it in anyways. The Niners are 10-6, so in theory... Yeah, look at the Buccaneers. They're out of the playoffs as it stands. In theory, if the Niners lose and we lose, we will still be in. So we just got to hope for the Niners loss, as that'll be a playoff spot no matter what happens against the Buccaneers. But here it is. Let's see the film room prep as well while we're at it. What do they have to say? Critical game this week. What are you seeing in the film? Not in the film? What about on it? I noticed they try and game plan away from what I think is a very suspect linebacking group. We can attack that. Okay, so we can get middle of the field / run. All right, fair enough. Do you agree with targeting their linebackers? Wait, the Buccaneers? I disagree. What the hell? This guy crazy? The linebackers last game were amazing. Does this guy even work? Like, what is he doing? 20 rushing attempts with Chuba Hubbard. I will say, I'm not trying to, you know, jinx anything or spoil anything, but anytime we have that 20-plus rushes challenge, we usually win the game. So, of course, with this, I am going to go... Now we're going to go full pads. We need the practice. I guess one receiving back. Let's see if we can try to get some catching up there. He's not a problem at that, but just even better. 1 to catch, 3 to catch and drive it. That's actually not bad at all. And for the stat goals, obviously there's not really much you can do for Bryce. Maybe get him to 20 touchdowns. Rushing, 49 yards for Hubbard, barring an injury. That's just something he's going to automatically get anyways. Receiving, ooh. Yeah, we did not have a great receiving season. Of course, we passed the ball around to everybody, but I guess 206 yards for McMillan. Just any amount of yards and touchdowns for McMillan is going to be good for him for a chance at Rookie of the Year, which I don't think he's going to win. Yeah, we gotta do something about this pass game because this is rough. And here it is, the final game of the regular season. Winner takes the division. Of course, we are on the road in Tampa Bay, Florida. This is exactly how the Bucs would want the season to end. This is all in their favor. Of course, they lose. They're out of the playoffs. We lose. There's still a sliver of a chance. If the Niners were to also lose, we do hold the number 7 seed. But obviously, a lot riding on it for both sides. You get a home game if you win this thing. And of course, if we don't, we are on the road the entirety of these playoffs as we are guaranteed, at best, the 7th seed, no matter what, if we lose. Let's kick this thing off. Tampa Bay will be receiving first. See what their offense is capable of. We've seen them recently enough, and, you know, there was some good and some bad with them. Of course, some of the other goals, you didn't really mention it, but Nick Scorton, 8.5 sacks on the year, can get to double digits with 1.5 today. Uman Miela needs 5 to get to double digits. Don't think that's happening. And then, is that E.T.? What is that? And then, of course, Tedero and McMillan, we're not going to get there. And, why would it give us to him? Gains 9. We could have gotten a lot less as Cam Jackson's already injured. We're kind of running around like a chicken with our head cut off. We gotta find a spot, take the lane. I knew that cutback was coming, and he still falls forward. Wow. Stepping up and inside. Why would you go anywhere but Mike Evans to the 39. Big catch, first down. And again, just like we played him last time, I want to bring a blitz because, you know, you got to get in front of them, but they're throwing the ball so quickly. There's not really much you can do as we steal the tackle away from him to the 21-yard line again to Mike Evans. Coming out, we got the blitz. We're out there, and nobody is on Egbuka. Man, Cam Hart is getting destroyed right now. Might have hit a little bit more man coverage today because right now they are not having troubles in zone. And we blast White, makes it a 1-yard situation, and wow. We've talked about this in the past. If you're already rushing the quarterback, you can't turn around. It's too late at that point. Instead, they thought they could turn around. Guess what? They couldn't. I don't know how we're not getting in there. Merrick gets completely tricked. And the Buccaneers score 7. I wouldn't say with ease, but there wasn't much resistance either. On the return, ETN. Here we go. Pretty good return here. Lineman doesn't get him. To the 36. Not bad, of course. Bryce Young's numbers, I mean, touchdown to pick ratio-wise got better as the season went on. They're not going to show it, but still, I think 17 to 11 or something, 12. Tommy Tremble wide open, great throw. Tremble will turn it into almost 20. Of course, Chuba Hubbard needs about 51 yards on the ground to be able to get to 1,500 on the ground. Oh, my God, look at these blocks. Fullback, it's a great block. Down the sideline, Chuba Hubbard fights to the 7. We're getting down the field in an ease, too. Thielen. We had him. Pretty good blocking. Just took so long to develop. See if they actually run some man coverage. It is open. Oh, my Lord. That route was not Thielen's best work. That's a field goal. When he wants a flag, I would, too. But, yeah, that's going to be a field goal. Tough break. Like, quite literally, like, right on the cut is when he lost his advantage. And they will get a really good start to this drive as it's looking to be start of the second quarter. From the 48-yard line, Tampa with a 4-point lead in position to maybe score some more. Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is really making us feel the sliders, can't lie. We had to take a guess, and, well, I've never been one of those, well, it's not my job type of people. At the same time, it kind of wasn't our job. We should have let him have it. Maybe somebody else would have picked them up. And Baker's going to, wow, Baker's looking fast. Huge hit by Ransom. Holds on. Mauk injured. Free safety not even on his man. And he got cooked. Oh, what a freaking tackle by Trevin. It's going to actually be considered a sack. Trayvon Merrick. Oh, we got a really good press, but unfortunately, that's terrible. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Ooh, that's bad. We got a really good press on him, dude. We, like, stopped 2 players dead and just, there's no one over the middle at all. Like, was that our coverage? Were we in, I swear that was Chris Barnes' fault. That needs to be a very quick bullet pass over there. Oh, my Lord. And we lose 2. They're losing all the players that they recently had come back from injury. It's crazy. 3rd and 6. Got to get this first down. They're, you know, they have momentum. It's going to be a tough one. And he drops it. I get it's tough, but he needs to hold on. 3-14, their ball. Right there at the 28-yard line. This is looking about as bad as physically possible. They got some room. And we get, okay, we did get him. I was about to say, we got slowed down. And there you go, scoring off the edge. Big. 3rd and 8. Come on, we got to get the stop here. We really haven't run a whole lot of mid. Most teams don't even run streaks on us, so I feel like it's worth taking a risk here on mid. One-on-one tackle. Just got to, yeah, I was about to say, just got to get out in front of him. Make sure he doesn't get the edge, because back inside is where the rest of the team is. There you go. Finally some good D. You treat every possession like a score. Oh, my God. Who are they going to call this on? Because it was honestly on our own player. But hey, I mean, somebody grabbed us. Okay, first down. Somebody grabbed a hold of us. I don't know who it was. It was our guy, their guy, whoever. And that's way overthrown. And McMillan's kind of getting ridiculous. This is not going to be stupid at all. Promise. Yeah, promise. Totally. What is this defense? If they get McMillan, I swear. I was about to say, I don't know what they're doing here. Like, I don't know what that defense was, but we'll take it. End of Seahawks game vibes, just saying. As our right tackle just, thankfully Hubbard, bounced off and managed it. But our right tackle literally got caught, like, watching the game. Like, just buy some tickets if you really want to watch it if you're not going to play. Sanders outside. It's a really good throw. Leads him way out of bounds to get out of bounds and save that clock. And what are we going to do with the clock that we've saved? Let's run the ball and waste some more. You have 3 timeouts, so I don't hate it. Especially if you get a good run like this. Oh, what a freaking juke move. First down. And over the yards he needed to get to 1,500. Nice. Throw it away. Thankfully not grounded. 3rd and 9. I mean, a field goal is something. But already down by this much. You're in trouble. Don't be grounding. Thankfully we had a receiver in the vicinity. Their D-line is cooking us. That's for damn sure. And our left tackle just lets him in free again. Literally lost against the Seahawks because of this. Can we stop that? Halftime score. Definitely could be better, but we're still absolutely in this game. But we got to be better. We once again just have to be better. Try to get back to the ground game. 8 points isn't the end of the world. Wow, what a game this is. Steelers-Ravens 11-5 versus 11-5. Some insane... Oh, wow, look at the blocking there. But some insane final divisional games here as Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers seemingly win the division 20-12 over the Ravens. Of course, this one not as interesting, but on paper, in theory, should have been. However, the Commanders will pull off the upset. Slip off the tackle. Touchdown Commanders. 1 point win. Eagles might have been sitting some of the starters. I don't know. Jalen Hurts was then, but they're 15-2. Probably don't need that win anyways. Maybe took it easy. I don't know. But either way, hurting their own draft pick are the Commanders. Bengals, Browns, another bad year for the Cincinnati Bengals, apparently. And yeah, this is a little bit more of a mid. He's going to scramble. I was about to say, there's no way he hits that tight end. Jamar Chase underneath. However, at halftime, the Browns are still winning by 1, 14-13. Deshaun Watson having himself a hell of a game, actually. Looking at the playoff picture in the AFC side, you can see the Texans, Raiders trying to sneak in. Bills, Patriots holding on with their 9-7 games. Could be a matchup between the two, though. Seen a lot of division games. That would be another decent division game to see. Of course, right now, speaking of division games, it is not looking good for us as we see ourselves in an 8-point deficit with an offense that doesn't have an answer. Looking at the numbers, Baker Mayfield, a perfect 12 for 12. I mean, he's got wide open receivers. It's pretty easy when you got that. All right, fellas. All right. Let's just relax. It's not the end of the world. We still have the Niners. I don't know if they showed us a lot of AFC, which I don't really know why. Look at the Niners. All they have to do is lose to the Seahawks. I swear, the Seahawks beat us and then lose to the Niners. I'm going to be furious. As Chuba Hubbard, over 1,500 yards, double-digit touchdowns. A hell of a year. Go double slants. I got 5 down linemen here. And we're in some trouble, and we're going to have to throw this away. We probably could have taken the tight end. Can't believe slants just weren't open. We got to double up Vita Vea because I imagine he still has inside stuff. And that's a really good run. That spin doesn't work. That's crazy. All right, that play action last time, we had a pretty wide open player. Please keep moving. That's a tough one. And Tetaroa handles it. Of course he does. Look at the challenges. I mean, it's a decently big play, but I don't know if I agree with that challenge decision. Even if they give this ball back, it's still, what, 2nd and 10? This thing comes back, it's still, they're not in the best of spots. And big thing is I think he caught it, which he did. So not only did Tetaroa catch an insane pass that gives us a bunch of yards, cost the Buccaneers a timeout and a challenge as well, because they just couldn't believe it. You just got to believe it. Year or two from now, maybe those challenges don't exist anymore. It's like, it's McMillan. It probably counted, right? There he goes again. No, it's actually Thielen. A little overthrown and down to the 10 on the nose. That's tough. You see what I mean, though? Like, on these sliders, those were 2 pretty good throws that shouldn't have been easy while moving. And Etienne had a chance, but caught by Levante. In the end zone. McMillan. No, it's Thielen. Down to the 1. 3rd and goal. Let's run to the right. And nice blocking. Touchdown. Got to go for the 2-point to try and tie this thing up. It was kind of our bread and butter. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Everybody just chill out. We cancel everything. It's McMillan time. And he misses him. Wow, Bryce. Penalty on the defense. It is now 1st and 5. They have a 2-point lead after a ridiculously wild missed throw. Oh, my. I don't even know if he was in. That rifle was kind of questionable. Not going to challenge it myself, as it would just be 2nd and 5 anyways. It's just not worth it. We might need those timeouts. Oh, Lord, they actually handed it. Oh, no. Like, Buka, very elusive. And please. Nice. There you go. There's one. I'll go Derek Brown, who is a double-digit sacker. Oh, we almost got another one. Oh, no way. Mike Evans. He steps up so hard and just barely gets it off. The 2 linebackers in the middle just left him completely. And the pass rush that was there just slightly misses. As you now know that we have to at least, at minimum, score a touchdown. Oh, no. Bucky down to the 8. At minimum, a touchdown to take the lead. Was not ready for that. And, man, Mike Evans has killed us this game. Touchdown Buccaneers, that is tough. Bigger opportunity here, potentially, with a block on the extra point. Would keep this game 1 possession. No, we will not. Gotta say, feeling the sliders. Is that Chuba Hubbard on the return? I mean, I know we're desperate, but not our best work at all. Thought he was going to get up there a little bit, Chuba Hubbard on the season, 15, 15, 13. You got 2 touchdowns without gaining a yard somehow, or lost some yards afterwards. Be a perfect season. All right, Chuba Hubbard on the screen pass. We get out there. No, we lose 6 yards, though. Got the ball out there, but unfortunately the blocks didn't, and more importantly, that throw was just horrendous. It's a tough one. And, oh my, I don't know how he's catching these. We haven't actually looked at his abilities, to be fair. He might have something insane. He has to. He's the only guy on this team that comes close to catching any of this kind of stuff. I don't really like this. It's a tough throw. And he holds on again. Tetaroa McMillan. He's so damn clutch. We needed it all, and he got it all every time. Let's keep this pass game rolling. And he's going to run. Screw it. 7 yards for Bryce on the scramble. That's a bit much. Please, Bryce. No, he doesn't get away. I mean, you kind of have to go for this, no? This is crazy work. Do we do this? I guess we do it. Oh, no way. And Thielen holds on. What a throw by Bryce. Oh, that was a beauty. We convert. It's fourth quarter, down 9. Unbelievable throw by Bryce. And Thielen, who dropped a couple earlier today, comes up clutch. Who said we can't dot up? Who said we can't clutch up when we need to? Most of the NFL world, but that's okay. So what if Chuba Hubbard's still in? To be fair, he hasn't really touched the ball much, so his wear and tear is actually pretty chill. And there we go, finally in stride. Ankle snapped. Problem is, guess where we're at? The 10-yard line. Again, we've talked about this before, but nobody really talks about that enough, right? Like, oh, there we go. Chuba Hubbard is in. There you go. But as I say, you know, tactically, maybe it's better to go for the 12-yard line, get that first down at the 2. Are you not entertained? Is this not how you wanted the season to end? Honestly, no. I think it would have been better to just beat Seattle. 3rd and 7 with that stop. We left the running back. Takes the shot. Cam Hart. And he holds on! Mike Evans to the 22. Again, we're going to at least need a touchdown to take the lead. That is absurd. Deep. No, he's going to take the out, which 9 yards with 2 touchdown, 2 points. We left the running back, but he doesn't see it. And Scorton gets a sack half away from a double. Why are we doing this? And the tight end's wide open. And we do get the stop. All right. All right. Touchdown will give you the lead. The defense has definitely done its part. There's no question about it. I don't care what anyone says. Please don't hit him. Yeah. I honestly probably shouldn't even have tried to block the thing. As much as a block kick would be massive, hitting the kicker late would be so detrimental. It just outweighs anything positive about blocking it. Oh, Horn. Horn gets a really nice return, too, to the 49-yard line. 4:15 in the fourth quarter. We got all the time in the world. However we feel is the best way to get down the field is the way we're going to try to get down the field. As Tommy Tremble wide open. Juke move inside. Not the best juke move guy, but the way they were angled, the way we were running, that could have been a big play. Shallow cross. Sanders usually the guy on these types of plays, but we'll see. Take it. Perfect throw! McMillan to the 1. Bryce with an absolute heater. On the run, it's a monster throw. Problem is, have we potentially scored too quickly, which we haven't even scored yet, but I mean, look at this dart. One of the throws of the year. Beautiful. I mean, we need to see this one back. Personally, I think we just have no choice. Of course, we could have just ran. But honestly, I just... When it's there, and it is just on the money. And again, Bryce might lose out on a touchdown, but if the team gains a touchdown, I don't think anyone's complaining as Hubbard gets, I think, number 15. And now this, arguably bigger than the touchdown itself. Not really, but kind of. The 2-point conversion. Open. Chuba. Low throw, but held on because he is him. 3-point lead. Tampa's got 3 whole minutes, though. Are we going to go against Tampa Bay again in overtime? Let's find out. Nick Scorton. No push. Oh, Mike going backwards. They're going to give him a first for that? 1 yard is not going to be the end of the world for me. And that will be, though. Big play to Kate Otten to the 47. And they're going to run it. We can't get off the blocks at all. Scorton, wow. He got vertical in a hurry, but White gets a massive gainer and gets out of bounds. Rather come back out on offense for one final drive than to see them walk this thing off. And there's nobody on Godwin. Roseboom seen the ball thrown and still took a step in. I got to say, Baker Mayfield is delivering in the clutch. We have a 3-point lead, but it's a 2-minute warning, and they're already very deep. We don't have time for jokes. Normally we have some quips, some puns. We don't have time for that. That jar is closed. Oh, my Baker. Well, both teams just scored a touchdown in like a minute 30 in game total combined. That throw was unbelievable. He's like fitted in between 3 defenders. That is not okay. 2 minutes and you literally have to have the touchdown. Field goal does nothing. Finally we get Leggett, who cuts it all the way back left, man. If McCollum was a little bit slower on the draw, we might have had a touchdown. What a play. I think McMillan might be wide open. This could be, that's a halfback. This could be cover 2. And it was. And our Bryce not only fumbles the ball, but then our lineman kicks it right to the defender. Oh my. Even if we get the stop, we're going to have about 90 yards to go with 0 timeouts. And we do. That's a crazy good play. But oh, okay, I thought it was on them. And of course, they're just going to go for the jugular here. They're not even going to worry about trying to just play defense. And he knocks it out. Okay, we get to keep a timeout. Huge. I mean, we're not going to be able to return this anyway, so you might as well try to get a block. And we almost got it, and thankfully we didn't hit him late. Terrible punt, by the way. 20-yard punt, really? Jeromepkr, 6 for 6, 104. Mr. Dependable. Green pass has been hit or miss, but this could really open things up. Gets it out there. Great juke move. Trying to stiff arm. That was not the best play. Offensive line let 2 guys in free. They just weren't blocking anybody. Spike, 44 seconds. And Roseboom is out for the season with a torn pec. Let's get Leggett. First down to the 48. Try to spike it. Clock's running, but we still have our timeout. That's the main thing. 30 seconds left. Halfway there. Play action slide. Last time we did this, Evans the only guy open, and it was like we had to throw it instantly. Evans again, a little behind him. Gets 6 out of bounds. Kind of setting him up underneath to try to pick up something with Sanders. We should have taken Hubbard. And there, I think we call our timeout. I hate that for us, but we have to. Oh, why is it Tet all the way back? Oh, that was sick. That was sick. You can't tell me that wasn't sick. To the 23. An unbelievable pitch to get it out of bounds. From the 12, they have inside leverage. They know things. McMillan catches it, goes out of bounds to the 7. There's no way. He went out backwards, but it wasn't backwards in the field of play backwards. It was backwards just falling backwards, if that makes any sense. Bryce Young, back of the end zone, and it's underthrown. 3 seconds from the 7. Final play of the game. Got a couple of looks. McMillan, we got to get him on a slant. Here it is. For the division. 3 seconds left from the 7. Come on. And he overthrows it. Oh, I thought he caught it. No. We tried. Thielen was covered. Didn't and never looked right, I'll be honest with you. I thought we had McMillan. We might have released it a little bit too late. Oh, that was such a sick finish. And in the end, we lose. We're completely dependent on the Niners losing to the Seahawks. The Seahawks are fighting for a higher seed. Please, Seattle. That was a hell of a game, though. I mean, I can't even say if it's the game of the season because we had so many good ones this year. There's so much that goes into it. I mean, I would potentially, because of the weight of the game, the fact that it's a final game as well of the season, it probably was the game of the year. I would say so. We got to look back at this thing. Did we miss the read? Was there a read missed or not? So it's at this point, Thielen's route is dead to me. It is dead to me. Not a hope in the world. Let's see if I was right. I was absolutely right. There's no way. The whole play is dead. McMillan is 100% the only option here. The throw needs to be perfect. The guy's already breaking on it. It's just a dead play. Play's over with. Yeah, there is just not a soul open. At this point, I thought Sanders had it. And unfortunately, it's picked off. That's a tough one. That is a severe tough one. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdowns, missed 2 throws. Bryce, he was great too. Threw that pick right at the end, but I mean, it's pick or no pick. It's the same exact result. Chuba Hubbard was great. Runnings, with the backups, we did a little bit. McMillan, oh my God, talk about Ted Rowe and McMillan. Of course, what a pitch by, I think it was Adam Thielen. Hopefully we can actually look back at that. That was such a play. I didn't even react to it, really. I pitched it because it was like, I thought with the drag, the other guy was covering McMillan so hard that we could have ran past him. But the guy was somehow covering both routes. Do they actually show it, too? Is this the one? This is not the one. What a catch, though. Look at this. I mean, he is in bounds here. If he doesn't go to bounds, game's over right there. And he does. He's on this. What? Oh, my Lord, dude. That is one of the sickest Madden plays I've had in a while. What a drive. All for us to fall short right at the end. Did we look at all the stats? I think we... No, we did. We did look. Sadly, Scorton misses double-digit sacks by a half as well. Oh, no. We're about to find out if we're in the playoffs or not. About to find out if that light goal means anything as well. Bryce Young with an upgrade. I guess we'll take care of it. The video's already long enough as is. Damn, that was a hell of a game. Now, those sliders, outside of maybe Baker being a little too accurate, not really has anything to do with accuracy, but more just how open everyone was. I loved it. That was awesome. Some of our other franchise series, it's just, in the past, it's just, there's no difficulty there. That was genuinely difficult. Some of those coverage plays, there was 0 reads. If there is 0 reads on a couple of pass plays throughout a game, I'm happy. Roseboom, of course, he's gone. He's done for. Don't even know what this does for us because obviously we lost. Take a look. Not our best finish to a season, but 10-7, it's a hell of a year for the Panthers. Look pretty broken out. Oh, yeah, we didn't even get his 20 carries. We'll take responsibility. We definitely did not do what we needed to win it there at the end. See if anything changes here on this board. I don't think it does. As you can see, wait, is it because of the win? I think it's because of the win percentage. I think right now it's saying that the Niners and Seahawks have a slight better win percentage because the Niners should not be ahead of us because I'm pretty sure it goes head-to-head first. And both teams, I think, are like the same division record as us. Maybe they're not. Well, either way, let's quit the yap and see what happens. If it does, I'm going to be so devastated. It's taking a long time. They're really just like... Did we do it? No! We missed the playoffs. It's because the Niners won, and they won the division in the process. Oh, no. That's crazy. That, all because of that Saints game. And in the process, they play each other in the playoffs now, too. What was the score? Wow, that wasn't even close. Couldn't even have made it close for the players at home watching, saying, hey, you know what? It's a close game. Maybe we can still make the playoffs. That is devastating. Ronaldo Green, Richie Green. To be fair, you got to dial back a little bit to even have a chance to make the playoffs, let alone actually number 1 running back in the league, by the way, Mr. Chuba Hubbard. But to actually make the playoffs in year 1 with the Panthers, that hell of a year. Hell of a year. 10-7. Of course it would be us. The 1 seed. Is there any other team that missed? Like, what about the other playoff side? You have the Patriots at 7 seed. Please tell me another team missed. Of course not. Of course not. In the AFC, a freaking 9-8 team made it. Was that? That was the division, though, right? Yeah, that was their division, so it doesn't actually count. They did have 10-7, so Texans and 9-8 miss. We're 10-7 and miss, though, to be fair, which is obviously better. Everyone is pissed. Everyone is disappointed in us. Let's take a look at this goal. I don't even remember what our goal was. Was it 2,000 yards, or is it 2,000 from scrimmage? When I had the hot star, yeah, what about it? How you feeling? Oh, God. You didn't let anyone down. You're the only reason why we're even here. You're the only reason why we're not picking top 10. Which, yes, actually, now that I think about it, Chuba, we hate you. You ruined our draft pick. How could you? Lions are the number 1 overall pick. Really? Really? Where are we? I don't know if this is locked in or not, but we're apparently pick 21. They got us going with a white safety. I would rather die. That's not true. That's a little dramatic, but I don't know who the hell we're taking. Safety is definitely one of the needs, but I don't think it's first round need. I would probably argue defensive tackles higher than that. Got a bunch of different needs. Wide receivers up there, but all of that is for, next episode. We will go into, though, the stats and awards real quick. Bryce Young, yards are great. Picks, not bad, 13. Touchdowns over 17, that's terrible, right? Andy Dalton came in 4-4. Best quarterback on the team by passer rating. Just under 90 passer rating for Bryce. 65% completion percentage. That's not bad. It's just touchdowns. They're too low. And rushing, they're good, but they're not so good that you're like, oh, that's why the passing game wasn't as great. No, it should be better too. 24 rushing touchdowns does not excuse 17 passing. It just doesn't. Fumbling, though, we actually held on to the ball pretty nicely. Didn't have many actual running back fumbles. Looking at the receivers, McMillan tried. Almost got to 1,000 after that final game there. He had a really good game. Clutched up. So many great catches, but will fall short of 1,000. 926 on the season. The rest of the guys, yeesh. Did Hubbard actually get to 2,000 total? He didn't. He was just shy, which I think might have actually been the goal. Receiving touchdowns, once again, we knew that was going to be low because our passing touchdowns were low. Sacks allowed, though, very good. Anyone on the team that gave up 0? No, not a single one. That sucks. No dev ups for us, I don't think. No offensive lineman of the year wins. Sacks, Brown 10 with 22 tackles for loss. That's pretty good. Nick Scorton 9.5 with 14 tackles for loss. Pretty good. And then Barnes 37 tackles for loss. 5.5 sacks and a pick. What a year. Umami Yellen with 5. Ashawn with 5. Trevin with 4. A couple of blitzers getting in there. Picks were really low for us, by the way. Fitzgerald, a lot of kicks. 35 field goal attempts. Hit 30. 2 were blocked. Could be worse. Could be worse, definitely. But yeah, one thing I want to see, kind of the average for quarterbacks, but also definitely want to see tackles for loss. 37 tackles for loss seems insanely high. Taking a look at the numbers, Jalen Hurts was probably the MVP. Mahomes was great. Josh Allen was pretty damn good. Baker, 32 touchdowns, 11 picks. I can't believe we choked, dude. I can't believe it. Now I wish we would have taken advantage of the situation against the Seahawks. I really hope you guys understand, right? I would genuinely rather miss the playoffs than to make them because of just garbage coding. I don't know how those situations have gotten worse with this game versus last, but I'm seeing them often. It's honestly worse than last game. But looking at the receiving numbers, pretty low numbers, actually, so fair enough. Tedero is actually pretty good when you actually consider it. 20 touchdowns for Ayuk. What a year. Blocking, who gave out the most sacks? Damn, 23 for Conklin. That's crazy. Look at that Barnes standing out of the crowd. 37 tackles for a loss. He might even be Defensive Player of the Year. At least best linebacker. Holy crap! TJ Watt with 29 sacks. Smashes the NFL record. Crosby at 25.5 would have smashed the NFL record himself. Interception, 6 for Garner Johnson. Kicking, a lot of guys around the 80% margin. Technically the best kicker would be Cameron Dicker. Average punts, Bjorquez. What about the long on the year? Any 60s? 58 with Fitzgerald, tied with Prater. He has a long leg even though he's getting older. Kick return touchdowns, 1 for Mechie. Punt return touchdowns, 2. 1 for Herbert, 1 for Deebo Samuel. Look at the numbers. We finished, it said number 10 in offense. Pure passing, though. One of the worst passing teams in the league, unfortunately. We were, 8? Number 8. Rushing, we were number 3. Obviously, we had a great season rushing. Points per game, we were sitting around 11 is that, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not bad, actually. Touchdowns, the tie for the worst passing touchdown in the league with the Ravens. Rushing touchdowns, however, number 4, which is a little bit less than the Ravens. First downs, we were number 3. Defensively, who gave it the most yards? we were number 4, actually. So pretty good damn defense. Best run defense or pass defense in the league. And like just slightly outside the top 10 for rushing defense. Points per game allowed. Where the hell were we? Holy crap. No wonder why we missed the playoffs. 6th most points allowed. Sack totals, we were in the top 15. Fumble forces, number 1. Interceptions, probably the last. Yeah, dead last with the Bills at 6. So some of the morals of the story here, just not getting enough touchdowns, obviously, and not taking the ball away enough. Teams are just walking down on us. Some MVP, though, goes to Jalen Hurts. Any awards for us? What about Coach of the Year? Be pretty hard not to put us on there. Number 6. Okay, that's something. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Saquon. Defensive Player of the Year, wow, Barnes was number 2 as an off-ball linebacker. Best offensive rookie, number 2. We knew it. Lane was going to hold on. Defensive Rookie of the Year, scoring at 3. That seems tough, but some pretty damn good rookies this year, obviously. Quarterback, obviously on the list. Auburn, no. Number 1 yards guy, but 5 less touchdowns than Saquon. Pretty damn close season, but yeah, I would have given it to Saquon anyways. I think he deserved it. Receivers, definitely on the list. Lack of touchdowns. O-line, no way. Number 4, 5, 7, 8. And they would have all been a legit. Christensen, of course, number 2. He would have been legit too. He came in quite a bit for us with some injuries and whatnot. But, I mean, I don't really care too much because he's like the oldest one by far. Best D-line, we did get Derek Brown to number 8. Best linebacker, Chris Barnes does win best linebacker, though, so that'll give him a dev up. Not sure that really changes much, but maybe. It might keep, it probably does. It probably at least gives him, a spot on the roster, whether it's a starting spot or not. I don't know. Fitzgerald at 4. And that is unbelievable. Like, I was going into the Seattle game thinking, well, obviously we want to win this game so we can guarantee a playoff spot. I think at that point, guarantee the home field advantage. Yeah, it would have been. At least for one game, as we would have won the division. But at that moment in time, I absolutely expected us to make the playoffs, for sure. 100%. And instead, insane choke on the year. Lost the final 2 games. Both tough games, to be fair. But yeah, we had the playoffs held for many, many weeks. And it ends up being all for nothing, as we do miss. We'll say for the rest of this, though, we are going to show all of this in next episode. So you'll see the results of the Super Bowl. You'll see the Pro Bowlers. You'll see any dev ups we might have had, XP we want to use, or upgrades from the XP we want to use. And then obviously the draft, off-season, all that stuff. I guess it kind of depends on how long a video it is. I'm trying to aim for around an hour. No more, no less. Kind of been failing on the more part every time. So if the off-season video doesn't get to an hour, we'll play at least a playoff game. We'll definitely do the training camp in there, I imagine. But anyways, that basically concludes Season 1 of Carolina Panthers Franchise here on Madden 26. Super frustrating, disappointing end, but you can't tell me this wasn't one of the most exciting / close first seasons of any of our series ever. Like, it really was. I mean, like a fourth of the games at minimum, maybe third, came down to the wire with us scoring right at the end or us getting a stop right at the end. Not one of these up by 10, game is over kind of situations, but literally playing to the final zeros so many times this year. And what a hell of a year it was. Definitely a lot to build on in year 2, as a lot of our guys that were younger this season, rookies, had great years and should be quite a bit better in overall. Regardless, again, that's pretty much going to be it. No like goal in the end. If you guys want to leave a like because you enjoyed, that means a ton. It helps out literally a ton, and I'd be thankful. But yeah, no actual like goal in the end because, well, we got to have a little bit of time to do ourselves a little off season. So we might have either an experiment tomorrow or maybe another rebuild. But regardless of the point, that is the end of the first season. Enough of the app. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays or Not Madden content. We do have a channel membership as well, where you can become a member, get an exclusive members badge next to your name, but more importantly, get that members only rebuild we do once a month. Usually it's a kind of challenge rebuild, so something that I probably wouldn't have uploaded anyways, because those kind of special challenge rebuilds, especially when they're real goofy, don't usually do too well regardless, but I think most of them have been really, really good rebuilds that have been, some of our best depth, some of our best overall just results and variety that we've had. Anyways, hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. I can't believe I sold!